Once upon a time, in the year of 4 days ago, a feeling struck over me. The feeling of hunger. Now, hunger is a somewhat normal occurrence, usually happening 2 to 3 times a day. But this was no ordinary hunger. This hunger could not be satiated with my normal diet of ramen noodles and Code Red Mountain Dew. Oh no, I needed brain food. You see, when this strange bout of hunger struck me on that fine afternoon, I was in the unique situation of writing a deeply analytical study of the 1993 feature film Super Mario Bros., and as such, the holy temple that is my mind required a special sustenance that could fuel the increased processing power that I was using. A sandwich. I began to lay out the foundation to my sandwich by placing 2 slices of lovingly baked Italian white bread onto my kitchen counter, which I then covered in only the finest Lidl brand mayonnaise before returning to my fridge to acquire an adequate filling for my panino. However, when I gazed upon the normally filled meat and cheese drawer of my refrigerator, I was shocked to see that only half of my desired ingredients were residing within their place. I sifted through the many cheeses, from brie to cheddar, to Gouda to Colby Jack, the smell of the processed dairy only making my stomach scream in agony as my great tragedy was revealed. There was no meat in the meat and cheese drawer. As the great chef Snoop D-O-double-G once said, "Dog, a good sandwich is nothing without a good meat, except for a PB&J or a grilled cheese, I guess." I had hit a dead end. My quest for a delicious sandwich to power my never-ending thirst for knowledge was over, and what's more, I had already mayoed my bread. It was too late to return the pure Italian slices to their parcel, as the mayonnaise I had delicately slathered onto them would not last within the harsh conditions of the plastic bag and would ruin the other slices of bread. It would have to be tossed. If I gave up now, not only would there be no sandwich, but the bread would be wasted. No, I could not give up. I would not resign myself to allow this unnecessary waste of resources. I would not hang my head in shame and walk away from what I desired most. I would keep my resolve and fight for my right to eat a sandwich, a right many men before me died for, a right I deserved. I buried myself in that fridge and looked desperately for anything I could use as a filling, from salmon to raw chicken, pork chops to lamb chops, knowing that this search was not a test from Mom or Dad or the refrigerator goblins, but from God, and I was going to pass it. As I once again began to fear that nothing would serve as a suitable filling, my eyes were drawn to the one place I would never expect to find an edible cut of meat: the salad drawer. I slowly opened the drawer, expecting to find nothing more than a few bags of spinach and arugula, but to my surprise, I had found something much, much better. Within the sliding catacombs of leafy greens, I found a bag of nature's greatest fruit: bacon bits. Using all that I had learned from hours of watching the Food Network, I delicately laid the bits into the sandwich, using the mayonnaise as a delectable paste to hold them in. I grabbed a slice of Gouda, sandwiched it in between my 2 bacon and mayonnaise breads, and formed what may have been my greatest sandwich yet. As I picked up the sandwich, a single tear rolled down my cheek as I reflected on all I had learned in its creation, and now I had not only grown as an artist or a cook, but as a person. As I took that first bite of the sandwich, the bacon bits broke off into my mouth and a delicious whirl of flavor and magic exploded within my mind, similar to what happened in the 2007 Disney Pixar film Ratatouille. I savored each and every bite of my creation, allowing the flow of life and flavor to engulf me, and as I took that final bite and licked the excess mayonnaise off my fingertips, a second tear rolled down my cheek, and I began to weep. I wept in pain and pleasure, love and loss, as this delicious hoagie had become my forbidden fruit. I was shown a sad, unwanted truth, a fact I now wish I had never learned. Not that I was naked, because I was wearing my plaid pajama pants at the time, but that no matter how hard I tried, no matter how much love or care or attention I put in, no matter how much money or time I spent, I knew that no sandwich would ever taste as sweet.
Hey, it's pretty good.